to know about how to succeed in real estate? How many want to know how to succeed? All right. How many already know how to succeed? Partly, okay. Well, if you're not sure and you need to have just a few more tips today, you're going to get it. So here we go. We're going to give you a few tips, and it is all about back to basics. How important is it to get back to basics? They'll tell you over and over again, you got to get back to doing the basics, and that's what it takes to succeed in real estate. So number one, I want you to write this one down. It's really important, and we could stop here because this one is probably the most important of all, and that is every day work toward getting a saleable listing. Put a big star next to that one, because the truth of the matter is, if you're working every day toward getting a saleable listing, you're building your listing inventory, and that's what it takes to be a success in real estate today. Now, it means also, if you've got a listing, it's time to work on getting a price reduction on that listing, because that means you're building a saleable listing, right?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm glad somebody agrees. All right. Do you all agree with that? Say yes.
Yes.
All right. Build a saleable listing every single day. That means prospecting toward the goal of getting a saleable listing. It means working on getting those sellers realistic about the price so that you've got a saleable listing that's going to be marketable and that you're going to be able to move in this, whatever the market is, whether the market's up, whether the market's down. You've always got inventory to sell if you're going out every day working toward getting that saleable listing. Number two, and write this one down too as well, it's important to understand that you're responsible to your clients, not for your clients. And that's probably one of the biggest secrets and most important things that agents miss. They take it emotionally when they can accomplish what their client wants to accomplish. And the important thing is that a lot of your clients got themselves in a bind, didn't they? Say yes.
Yes.
Boy, I'm glad you agree. You guys, we're going to give you one more cup of coffee just so we have some participation today. All right. Terry, bring out the coffee so we can get these guys wired a little more. All right. There you go. Clark's wired. So the important thing is, remember that you're responsible to your clients to help them, to provide them the service. But most importantly, remember, you're not responsible for what they've done. You're not responsible for them to get a price that may be unrealistic. Maybe they want a number for their property that they can't achieve. That's not your responsibility. Maybe they've got themselves in a bind that they're so upside down, or they've got financial crises that you've got to be concerned about, but you're there to help them, not to be responsible for them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad you agree with that one. All right, I'm getting a little more participation here. It takes a little while from you guys.
Come on, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tracy, you get it going. Number three, never stop prospecting. An important part there, never stop prospecting. It's important to remember that your job is about prospecting and trying to build your level of business up to where you're getting repeat referral business on a regular basis. So if you're getting to the point where 70% of your business is coming in from repeat referral business, you're accomplishing what long-term agents that have been really effective have done successfully, and that is they've built a good, steady stream of repeat referral business. You want to focus on that. So try to get a database in place where you're adding to that database every day. What I'd like you to do is a little challenge. Write this one down under number 3. Put 20 cards in your pocket every day. And don't put your head on the pillow at night till those 20 cards have gone out to people that you've now connected with that know you're in real estate. Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah.
See, you're no longer a secret agent. You're forcing yourself to get those 20 cards out into the open, into people's hands that have possibly a need. Now, important to remember is that everyone you come in contact with is a potential client. Everybody. Well, Ron, wait a minute. What about that agent that I talked to? Do you know that agent's a potential client? Do you know how many listings I've gotten from agents because, one, they didn't connect with the client and they didn't want to lose out, so they referred it to me, or they moved out of the area, and next thing I knew, I was now representing that agent in the sale of their property or their relative's property because I had a good relationship with them. And if you've got a great relationship with all those co-op agents out there, do you think it helps you if you happen to be writing an offer on their property and their listing and they know you, but they don't know the other 16 offers, the other 16 brokers that have offers on their property, you bet it helps you. So the more you realize that everyone is a potential client out there, one way or another, and the more you can work to connect with them, whether it's a broker, an agent, whether it's somebody who's working at the dry cleaners, wherever you are, hand out those cards and connect. And at the same time, ask them if it's okay if they're added to your database so you can keep them up to date with what's going on in real estate. Add them to your email update list, add them to Listing Book, and build that database so you've got a whole lot more people there that you're connecting with on a daily basis. That's what prospecting is all about. That's how you're going to build the numbers. Remember, it's a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more people you connect with on a daily basis, the more you're going to have your business build and grow. Number 4, and write this one down. Learn the difference between activity and productivity. I'd like you to put a star next to that one as well. That's a really important one. See, too oftentimes, I think what happens is we tend to be very busy and we're always doing something, but what we realize is we're doing what we call busy work that somebody could really do effectively for $10 an hour, and yet what we're really not doing is focusing our time on setting up appointments for listings or showings. Now, what I want to test you with is this. I want you to write this number down. Write down the number of listing appointments and buyer showing appointments you've had in the last 7 days. Just write that number down. Okay? How many of you had more than 5 buyer showings? Now, that's not 5 houses you've shown to one buyer. That's 5 buyers you've shown houses to, or 5 listing appointments. How many have had more than 5? You've had how many? 7? Norma?
How about 8 buyers that I've been working with?
That you've shown to in the last week. Excellent. 8, 7. How many have had more than 4? Well, those same 2 hands should be up. Okay. But nobody has had more than 4. No one else more than 4. More than 3. How many are out of business? How many had none? Ooh, ouch. See, if your time is spent doing anything other than showing buyers property or going out on listing appointments to seek listings, then that last week of your life in real estate has not been very productive at all, wouldn't you say? Say yes. Yeah. See, again, don't focus on busy work, focus on productive work. And that's really important. Take yourself out of the $10 an hour work loop and put yourself into the $100, $200, $300 an hour work. And that is going on listing appointments and working with buyers to show property. That's where you're going to be at the $200 or $300 per hour level of work. How many want to be there? Whew. Okay. You know, we're in an environment where if you're doing $10 an hour work, you're never going to be earning $200 or $300 an hour. So you got to focus on the most productive work of all, and that's what I want you to do with number 4. Number 5, take days off regularly. See, we don't want you to burn out. And if you're working 7 days a week, and you know, my gosh, none of you should be working 7 days a week, except for maybe, you know, I mean, Lori and Norma were the only ones that actually had productive appointments in terms of 7 and 8. But my goodness, the last thing you want to be doing is working 7 days a week and going through burnout, because my experience is that agents that try to work 7 days a week, doing busy work and doing a lot of productive work, they burn out, they leave the business. And see, that's not productive for anybody. You're all going to achieve great results if you give yourself a break and you treat yourself well. So try to take some time off. Schedule a day off. A good day off is sometime during the week for real estate agents. If you can take a Thursday or a Wednesday off, that's great, because that frees you up for weekend open houses, and you feel good about working the weekends if you know you have a day off during the week to look forward to. And what a great opportunity that is. Can you imagine having days off when no one else out there in the world has a day off, and you can go out there and do fun things with your, you know, with your spouse or spouse, and do fun things and enjoy yourself, because it's not crazy out there like it is on weekends. You get a lot more done.